Meanwhile, there is a bit of a race around the world by different governments to try secure enough COVID-19 vaccine doses for their people. So let's get you a quick roundup of how many doses have been ordered by each country here and what you may have to pay as an individual when you step up to go get yourself vaccinated for coronavirus. Now, India reportedly leads the list when it comes to the number of orders that have already been placed. Now, according to reports, New Delhi has secured a jaw-dropping 1.6 billion doses of these COVID-19 vaccines. It is important to note that this includes orders from multiple vaccine developers. The second on the list is the European Union. It has so far secured about 1.43 billion doses. With the second wave of infection sweeping across Europe, the EU will have to secure more doses to vaccinate the entire population, which is estimated to be about over 600 million. The United States has secured about 1 billion doses for itself, while Canada and Britain have secured about 350 million each. Now, on to the cost. Now, how much are the governments paying for each dose? The Moderna happens to be the most expensive vaccine. It costs $37 per shot. The China's Sinovac is second on the list. The price tag of this vaccine shot could cost you about $30 US. Now, Pfizer's shot is worth about $20, while both Sputnik V and Johnson & Johnson cost about $10 per dose. That's roughly about 75 odd rupees a dollar, so 750 rupees per shot. Now, the least expensive vaccine at this point of time happens to be the one that is offered by AstraZeneca. According to reports, AstraZeneca shot could set you back by about $4 US. This could be in the neighborhood of about 300 Indian rupees. Will that be the price that a vaccine becomes available in India is, of course, something that needs to be seen. Now, Moderna might, of course, be the most expensive vaccine, but it is also amongst the most effective. Both Moderna and Pfizer are said to be 95% effective. Russia's Sputnik V is 92% effective, while AstraZeneca is said to be about 70% effective. All right, now to give us more perspective in terms of how a vaccine rollout would actually look like, we are joined in by Dr. Rivka Abulafia Lapid, who is a senior lecturer at the Hebrew University's Medical Center, and she's joining us live from Jerusalem. Rivka, let me begin by asking you this. Different countries around the world are in a bit of a race to try and secure as many doses of vaccine as possible. We've just got information that Russia has begun mass vaccination drive. Some of the teachers in Russia have already started getting these vaccine shots. Now, for a layperson at this point of time, all of these vaccines are still going through their trials. Many are going through their trials, and some are getting approvals. How safe is it now to go get vaccinated?
Thank you for inviting me. I'm talking from Israel, Jerusalem. I'm lecturer at Jerusalem. I think countries that are purchasing from several companies, it is very wise, and each company, at least like the two of them, the leading, the Moderna and the Pfizer, the vaccine is composed of messenger RNA, and other companies like the Sputnik and the AstraZeneca are using vectors, either chimpanzee or adenovirus. And the Sputnik actually is using another virus. It's also a vector. And I think it is very wise to try several ways of technique development. And also because some are on phase 1, 2, and some are quite summing up on phase 3. And as you heard, it's possible that sometimes on phase 3, while you are towards the end, you might have you discover some bias in the experiment and the phase 3 clinical trial, and you have to start again. And it's wise to start again, but this postponed somehow the development of all those billion doses are needed in the world, in the country, in their country, and in the world. So it is very wise to purchase from several companies, as most of the countries were done. And also price-wise, I think some are very inexpensive, and I think it is like AstraZeneca. They are going to be like for $2 comparing to 10 and above. And it's a cost effective in a way that some countries need like to purchase billions of vaccines. And the vaccine is going to administer in at least 2 injections. So we need 2 doses per person. So in a way, I really think it is well done. And what I do think is that countries have to start the minute that is going to be approved by the FDA.
Right.
I know that Great Britain didn't wait for it, but it's very close to the approval, and they start vaccinating. So.
Absolutely, Rivka. Now, the question that a lot of people are actually mulling about is the reports that have come in about the Moderna's vaccine. It's being said that antibodies that are produced after this vaccine shot is taken will last for about 3 months. What does this mean for a layperson? Does it mean that after 3 months, a person may not have immunity against the virus?
No. Because when, as an immunologist, I'm a virologist and immunologist, once it shows antibodies in the blood, in the serum, for 3 months, it doesn't mean that the person doesn't have a memory and it's kept in B cells, which are difficult a little bit to detect. But as Anthony Fauci said, and I really, it's one of my great I believe in him.
Right.
And I do think that the memory is going to continue and to be maybe up to a year, and sometimes might be years. But as I envision what's going to happen is that, like influenza, we will have to see, first of all, follow the person, because the development was in a rush in a short time. But as I perceive it, it's going to be, we will have to renew it, and I would do it every year. And sometimes even check with the committee what strains are being evolved, like with mutations, because this virus mutates a lot. It's an RNA virus. And I would think of, first of all, starting the first vaccines to, stop this pandemic and this devastating situation. And then think about re-injecting each person the vaccine he received, either Moderna or Johnson & Johnson or Pfizer, and try to see follow and to see if possible to renew it, and I would do it in a year.
I think that's a very crucial point that you've made. Thank you very much indeed for joining us and getting us all those insights. A lot of people are, of course, waiting for the vaccine, but once the vaccine comes in, they also want to ensure that there are no side effects once you take that vaccine.